Hey, how y'all doing out there today? You having a good one? I hope you are. Oh, yeah, babies. You know, it's been an interesting week so far. And I think y'all can testify to how real life can really get your balls a cracking. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, welcome to Jets World. If you are new, you like the content we produce here in Jets World, all you gotta do is hit that little subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share the stream with your friends on YouTube and any other social media you like to indulge in. Now, got a few little interesting tidbits for you. Well, I'm gonna be releasing a new podcast episode, hopefully tomorrow or Monday, probably Monday. And we're going to be going to a different direction as far as the podcast is concerned. It's going to be more of a story time with Jack type scenario. Now, I know some of you all just love story time scenarios, they can be fun. They can be very fun. Especially when you like the stories that are being told. And we're also going to be, working on more of the videos for the YouTube show as well. But that's going to take a little bit of a back seat due to stuff that I am doing in the real. As a lot of y'all currently know, some of you all know actually, I'm on a trip taking care of family business. It's been one little exciting turn after another, to say the least. I mean, some of the things that I've encountered on this trip, I never really thought that you would ever have to encounter here in 2022. But it is what it is, and people are strange all across the land. Doesn't matter what state you're in, what part of the country you're in, one thing always remains the same. People are weird. And because of the collective whole, people are strange. I mean, even stranger than weird. I mean, some of the things that you see, you're like, what the hell? I can't believe I just saw that. And yet these people are, some of these people are doing the same thing over here in the West Coast they do on the East Coast. And now, here's a little adjustment that I had to make while on this little road trip is dry heat. See, where I'm from, we have a lot of humidity. And to me, it feels a lot more comfortable than this dry heat. I'm used to being able to sweat and actually letting it cool me down. The dry heat doesn't seem to do the same effect on you when you're sweating. It doesn't seem to cool you down like it does in a more humid type atmosphere. Now, I'll also say that I have seen a lot of beautiful scenery since participating on this little road trip. Oh, and the rock formations and some of these places. Outside of the bad little experience on Greyhound in the Salt Lake area, the trip has been fairly good. I mean, overall, Have y'all missed the weekly table talks? Well, that couldn't be helped. And as some of you all know, here it is at 3 o'clock, what was it, Central Time now? Which would have been 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Technically, the show's getting an hour late start, but hey, at least I'm here, right? So what have you all been doing on the out there in the big bad world? If y'all are coming, he's catching this on a deeper into Jets world while you're at it by going to JackBaxton.com. And you can check out all kinds of past archived shows. Now, I'm getting very excited about this new venture that I'm going to be taking the website on. I'm going to be developing another YouTube channel. It's going to be called Storytime with Jack. And it's basically going to be those stories that I write and will be translated into a audio format from the YouTube channel with some fascinating artwork per story. Now they're going to be about anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes long, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. It depends on how the writing is going. And I hope you all check that out as well. Okay, now let's see what else we got going on. I need to get caught up on The Russian Doll. I'm currently in season 2, episode 3, I believe it was. So I plan on trying to get caught up on that tonight if the hotel internet connection cooperates. Well, since I'm the only one here tonight, or this afternoon, whatever you want to call it, let's start seeing what can be seen, shall we? Oh man, I'm telling you, I am looking forward to the day where I can actually sit down and take a break. You know, I've been sitting there doing a little surfing on YouTube and the internet overall during my little downtimes on this little road trip, and you will not believe how many little things I have found on things like, oh, how can I put it? I mean, it's bizarre, to say the least. Now check this shit out. The Sims 4 content out there is outrageous. I can't believe there's so many people out there doing so much content on The Sims 4. And there's a little bit of content out there about Sim City as well. That kind of took me back there a little bit. I mean, it's not like you can interact with other people. Although I hear a rumor. That Sims 5 is coming out. And you'll be able to have a multiplayer online game experience. So in other words, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but from what I've been hearing, it sounds like Sims 5 is going to be more of like Second Life. You'll be able to log in, interact with other people, do your little creations for your home, and move into little regions. Now, personally, if they can make the graphics better and do something similar to what Second Life is doing without the whole adult feel constantly shoving it down your throat, I think it would do better than Second Life. The Sims 4 is, it has such a following that if it can improve on it as far as technology is concerned and develop it where you can interact with other people like you can here in Second Life, could make it for some very interesting things you could do. I mean, I think personally, this is just my personal opinion, Second Life has gone away from its original goal that I felt that it had when it was first created. It was first created, in my opinion, when the little creators get their name out there to experience their artwork, explore their imagination, and interact with other people, and be more of a corporate type standing to a degree than where it had been. Then people kind of twisted it up, and I wouldn't know, or maybe twisting it up is the wrong word to use. It was how can I put this? It evolved into something that wasn't expected. People started using it as a Match.com type service. People, I have said this a long time ago, and I'll keep saying it till the day I leave Second Life. Second Life is not a dating service. It is not Match.com. It is not FarmersOnly.com or any other little dating service out there that you like to compare it to. People come in here to relax, have fun, explore their imaginations, and yes, yeah. I know. Some people come in here to buy Mr. and Mrs. Right. Ooh. That was never my intent. My intent, as a lot of you already know who know me, was to explore and experience and enhance my writing. By developing content with interacting with other people, maybe finding fellow actors along the way, fellow writers along the way, and it's been an interesting trip. It really has. And it's only going to get better and better as time goes on. Well, I tell you, these chairs are uncomfortable in this hotel. But it is what it is, right? Right. So how's everything else been going in the corner of your world? Is your Second Life holding up to what you longed it to be? Come on, hey there, Second Life. You know, after all, it's time, summertime is here. Get out there and explore. And if you can't explore in the real, you can always explore in Second Life. Exploring is a fun thing to do when you got time to do it. There's no telling what you might find in either world if you just apply yourself. Now, I don't know any details about this weekend themselves because, well, you know, the lovely Anita is not on right now. Guess she's taking a beauty nap. Hope you all having a great day and enjoying yourselves. Are you having a good weekend? You know, I just found something here that apparently there's a video I heard. I guess it's more related to the... Oh, hell, I don't know. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here just a little bit. You gotta forgive me. It's been a trying week, to say the least. Speaking of The Sims, you know, I just stumbled across this little video on YouTube right now as I'm sitting there talking to you all. And it's entitled, Let's Talk The Sims 5, even. Now, apparently this was published 2 months ago and it's already got over 100,000 hits. That's a lot of views. Are you all really that taken by The Sims? Let alone The Sims 5? How many? Okay, here. I want you all to comment down below, or if you're tuned in now, comment in the live chat. How many of you all play The Sims? Or how many of you all have played The Sims? I've always found this very interesting. And based on your comments will lead me to believe which direction you'd like to see content be developed. I mean, I've heard multiple things from people who played The Sims until they stumbled across Second Life and then they just kind of left The Sims alone. And I've also heard some people were still playing The Sims because Second Life is too dramified. That I could kind of experience. That I could kind of agree with. At times, Second Life is dramified. There's no doubt about that crap. I mean, it's Johnny done did me wrong, and Bobby Sue and Catting Out and blah 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 blah. Or the latest. That reminds me. I was getting ready to make some video content on the whole bus trip. I want this one little story I got for you. And you know that Second Life has reached a whole new category when you start encountering this kind of talk. These two girls, I guess they were like late teens, early 20s, mid 20s maybe. And they're on the same bus as I am at this point in time. And don't ask me what part of the bus trip this was, because it's all kind of like blurring into one great big giant mess. But anyway, see, this one girl sitting there talking on the phone, I guess to their friend, who was complaining about her boyfriend, Dom, and how this chick logged into some type of virtual world. They didn't really drop any names, but come on. We all know it probably was Second Life, don't we? And she was going on and on about how somebody in group chat was trying to seduce her man or some crap like that. And she goes, Dom's going to tell me everything. Dom always tells me everything. We're together like that. And, I really don't care. But I'll sit there and rip her a new one when I log in and find her. Oh, yes, I will. And I'm sitting there shaking my head. I'm like, oh, my God. I even encounter and see and experience the trauma on a bus ride. It's funny, don't you think? It's funny. Absolutely funny. Oh, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too old. Too set in my ways. It happens. We get older. We get grayer. Sometimes we get more experience. Some people just don't know how to handle experience. Experienced men, anyway. Oh, and then another little bus ride story for you. I think you'll get a kick out of this one as well. This older gentleman making his way from, I forget where he said he was coming from, but he was heading to Las Vegas to see his son. We stopped at this one bus terminal, and it was a switch over. And, people were getting off and people were getting on. And we're switching buses. And this girl, once again, she's about 20, 23, somewhere along there. She gets on the bus, too. And the only other open seat at that point in time was the seat next to him. And this is about, I'd say it's already starting to get dark around that time. And you know how when you're on the bus, you try to take little cat naps as you go into your next stop? Well, she's so skinny and so short, she's able to like wall up into a ball. It was fascinating to see the position she put herself about her body into just to be able to get a little bit of sleep. Anyway, she, at some point in time, she ended up curled up in this little ball and somehow resting her head on old dude's shoulder. He's got his fucking head cocked all the way back and he's snoring up a storm. It's like, oh my God. Oh. Then you also had, which I thought that was kind of interesting because, then they started chit-chatting the rest of the bus ride, and it was constantly all the things you see on a bus. Oh, it will make you go, ha ha. Oh, and then, last little bus story for you all out there. You gotta check this shit out. This one chick, all these people were about 20, 25, just so you know. Oh man. So yeah, I'm feeling really, really old at this point. Really old. And this one chick comes on the bus. She's got part purple hair, part green hair, or pink hair rather, with a little dash of blonde in there. Attractive girl for her age group. Very attractive girl. And she's got all these dudes, man, just hitting on her left and right, left and right. And here's the funny thing. She gets on our bus heading down to Las Vegas. So she's on the same transfer system that we are for like half a day. So, I'm sitting there watching how these little dudes, trying to come at it with all their little Mac Daddy skills, and it's cracking me up. It really is. It's cracking me up. And then about halfway through the trip, she's got two seats. There's nobody wanting. At this point in time, there's nobody sitting with her, and she's starting to sleep, laying down across both seats. Now, if y'all have ever ridden a Greyhound, you know how you got two seats side by side, and you got the aisleway, and then you got another two seats on the other side of the bus. Okay, so you got room there. If you got nobody sitting next to you, you can stretch out a little bit. We get into the last part of the little trip, and somehow, I don't know how, I really don't know how, she's getting off the bus, or she was supposed to get off the bus, and takes her down to Las Vegas. So, by this point in time, she's got all these dudes hitting on her, and she being all friendly and flirty right back, and I guess trying to entertain herself on a long bus ride. Anybody would. So she makes a transaction to another bus to go on down her path to Las Vegas, and that was the end of day one. Day one's trip. About halfway through day two, this is where my trip starts getting all 14 side sunways, and we won't even go into any of that. So, about halfway into day two, she supposedly should have been long gone on her way to Las Vegas, etc. So then we stop at this one stop, and we're making a little transaction, changing onto another bus. And I think nothing of it. Don't see her for like 3 or 4 hours. Alright? It's a 4 hour trip to the next bus to where we transfer over again. Now, when we make the transfer over on this bus on the second day, she's coming onto the bus. Somehow, during the transfers and the past couple of stops beforehand, she got all screwed up. I guess because she was flirting too much, I guess. And she missed her bus. So now she had to apparently go get another ticket, get back onto our little line, and go so far to try to catch up with her other bus. Okay, what's the moral to that story? Okay, the moral to that story is don't flirt so hard that you miss your bus. Oh, yeah, baby. You know you love it, you want more of it, and I'm just a man to give it to you. This is Jake Batchton for Jake's World. Hope y'all having a great day. For those of y'all just tuned in, if you came back enjoying your weekend, yeah, the show got off to an hour late because, well, time difference, and I'm still trying to get my head and bearings together. And, real life has been filled with twists and turns and everything. You know what? I'm going to try to put out a little. I've been writing a new little story. And it's an audio story. It's going to be the very first one for the new channel, Storytime with Jack. And I hope you all, tune in to find out more about that down the road. I hope see, I did a quick study on, I was looking at my analytics, and I saw that the majority of the people that tune in to my content are ages 18 to 35. And most of you all are men, 18 to 35. That got me to thinking, with that kind of demographic, and 49% of you all, well, actually 51% of you all are men and the rest are women, what kind of content would you really embrace more of? Guys, would you all like me to start doing a series of kind of a dating montage type information from a male's point of view, since we have so much content out there from a female's perspective? Would you all want a male's perspective? That's something I've been kind of toying with for a while. So if y'all have any thoughts and questions about that, drop the station email at jackbankston.com or leave your comments here below. And if you tune in while I'm still alive, don't be shy. Say hi in the chat and we will interact. Drat's World is all about interaction and entertainment. I try not to get wrapped up into the drama of Second Life. There's too much of it, quite honestly. But hey, what can you do? Alright, my little deviant ones, I want to cut the stream a little short today. Hope y'all have enjoyed yourselves. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to dive deeper into Drat's World by going to thejatchbankston.com. Share the stream. Share the videos. Give us a thumbs like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Help me get to 100 subscribers. That way I can lock down the name and unlock all kinds of fun little, interesting little things. And we will definitely keep you entertained that way. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Stay dry because it's been raining like cats and dogs throughout here the past couple of days here locally. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Oh, yeah.